You're having a conversation with a colleague and everything is going fine. But suddenly, your boss appears or a superior. And out of nowhere, you feel stiff, you forget what you want to say, and you get stuck. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you're very good at conversations in formal situations, like at a meeting or a presentation, but when it comes to small talk or when it comes to deep conversations with colleagues or friends, you get stuck and you feel out of place. If that sounds familiar, it's because you're using the same tone in every single context. Fluent speakers don't do this. They adapt their tone based on the situation. I've helped hundreds of Latinos with this same issue, and once they learned how to adapt their tone, conversations flowed. In this video, I'm going to show you how to develop different tones based on the context and your personality so that you can feel and sound more spontaneous in any situation. Point 1. Why spontaneous conversations feel harder. You're using one tone everywhere. For some people, prepared conversations feel easier. Think about it. When you can prepare for a presentation or an interview or a meeting, there are certain things you know are going to happen. And there are certain phrases you know how to respond. But going into a spontaneous conversation can feel like going into uncharted territory. For example, someone can ask for your opinion in the middle of the hallway out of nowhere. Or your boss just puts you on the spot and suddenly it's difficult to answer. It's uncharted territory. You don't know where the conversation is going to go. You're also trying to use the same tone everywhere. You're sounding like a professional when it should be a regular casual conversation, or vice versa. For example, let's say you're having a casual conversation with a coworker. You're using friendly speech, and suddenly your boss appears and asks you, how's the project timeline going? Suddenly you freeze because you can't shift your tone from friendly and casual to professional. Or you start overcorrecting yourself or repeating yourself or talking in circles, and as a result, you feel stiff and not natural. Fluent speakers shift their tone based on the situation and who they're talking to. Now keep in mind, for fluent speakers, this is something automatic already. But for you, this is something that's going to require some time to fix, but you need to start now so that eventually it becomes more natural to you. So here's a key takeaway. Spontaneous conversations make you nervous because it's uncharted territory. You don't know how the conversation is going to go when it starts getting deep. And at the same time, you're trying to figure out your tone, how you should sound, the phrases you should use. This is why you become stiff and nervous. Point 2. The different tones you need and the phrases that go with them. Fluent speakers don't have one voice. They have several tones, but that doesn't mean that they're different people in different situations. No. They are one person who adjusts depending on the situation. You're not someone else. You just adjust how you show up to that context. Think about this example. There's a CEO at a meeting. We know that CEO in that meeting is going to be confident, is going to be direct, is going to be a leader. Let's say his laptop breaks and someone from tech has to come and help them. Maybe that CEO is the boss in general, but in that situation, who really has the upper hand? Who really is in charge? Is it the CEO or is it really the tech guy who has the skills to fix the laptop? So in that situation, that same CEO might become a little bit more collaborative. His tone might change a little bit and be less direct. He might be even a little bit less dominant. And that tech guy, who's usually maybe collaborative or friendly with the CEO, in this situation, he might even be a little bit direct. He might use phrases like, okay, let me get in there for a second. Let me check this. Let me check that. Instead of asking for permission. Same person, different positioning. You don't speak to your boss the same way you speak to your coworkers. And you'll speak to your boss in a specific way at a meeting, but maybe over coffee with your boss, you might loosen up a little bit. Your identity is stable, but your tone changes depending who has more authority, how well you know the person, what your goal is. That's not acting, that's adapting. Here's where spontaneous conversations can feel scary. In planned conversations, you've already decided who you're going to be. If you're at a meeting and you're presenting, you already know, I'm the one presenting, I'm the one asking questions, people will be answering those questions, and I might even ask them a follow-up question. You already know the pattern that's going to follow. But in spontaneous conversation, you have to decide in seconds, who am I in this conversation compared to the other person person? Which phrases do I need to use in this context? How is this person going to respond to these phrases? And at the same time, you're overthinking grammar, you're overthinking pronunciation. It's a mess. So if you only have one tone, your brain will freeze because it knows this tone doesn't match the situation. And that right there is not a lack of confidence. It's a tone mismatch. A tone mismatch, which then turns into a lack of confidence, which then turns into a tone mismatch again because you're nervous. It's a never-ending cycle. Fluent speakers don't freeze because they've already been exposed to so many different contexts and they socially know how to act in different contexts based on their identity and on the situation. For example, when building connection, they say phrases like, "I hear you." That makes sense, building on that. But when leading, they'll say phrases like, "Here's what I'm thinking. Let's focus on. The key issue is." But when disagreeing carefully, they might use phrases like, "I see your point. I'm wondering if," one thing to consider. But then the person that's explaining might use phrases like, "Let me break this down. Here's how this works." Once you identify the patterns and build off those patterns, you develop the phrases appropriate for each context. And that's when spontaneous conversations stop feeling scary and we can actually start enjoying them. Once you build these patterns, you stop searching for words. And that's when spontaneous conversations go from feeling scary to start feeling enjoyable. Point 3, how to choose your tone in real time. Remember these 3 key points: scan, decide, activate. Remember, fluent speakers don't guess, they scan. Spontaneous conversations feel scary or weird because you haven't decided who you are in that conversation yet. Instead of freezing, do this. Scan the situation and ask yourself these questions. What's my role? Is it a leader, peer, learner, or expert? What's the relationship? Is it formal, casual, new, or established? What's my goal? Is it to connect, to be direct, to soften, or to explain? That's it. Those 3 answers will tell you which tone to activate. And maybe you're thinking, I have to think about all this every single time I'm in a spontaneous conversation. No. Think about who you were in that conversation. What was your role? Think about your relationship to that person. Was it something casual? Was it something new? Was it something formal? And think about what goal you had in that conversation. Was it to connect with them? Was it to be friendly? Was it to lead? Was it to direct? If you do this every single day, you think about the conversation you had, and you think about these 3 things, do this continuously, and this natural process will happen automatically. 2, decide your position. And this one is just about awareness. You're not becoming someone new. You're activating a dimension of yourself depending on the conversation. It's the same identity, but different positioning. Remember the example of the CEO asking IT to fix his laptop? It's the same person, same CEO, same identity, but different context and different hierarchy. That's not fake. That's awareness. Now this is when you can activate the right tone. Once you know your position, the phrases will naturally follow. For example, peer plus casual plus connect is friendly connector. And you can use a phrase like, "I thought it was productive. I loved the new strategy." Boss and formal, disagreeing, you have to be a strategic softener. "I see your point. I'm wondering if we could also consider this." Another example is a junior colleague who's in tech. Now he has to be the calm explainer. He'll probably use a phrase like, "Let me break this down. Here's how it works." Another example is if a meeting is going off track and you're the confident leader, now you have to make sure the meeting goes back on track. You'll use a phrase like, "Let's focus on the priority. Here's what we need to do." Remember, you're not searching randomly. You're selecting intentionally. And the whole point of this, my students, is the more aware you are of this, the better you get at it, and the more second nature it becomes. Something that's second nature means a deeply ingrained habit, skill, or behavior that has been practiced so often, it becomes automatic and feels natural, requiring little or no conscious thought. But remember, it's something that's acquired over time. So be patient. So remember, fluency is not about sounding perfect. It's about reading the room, choosing your position, and activating the right language. That's what makes spontaneous conversations feel natural. If you're realizing that you're using the same tone everywhere and you don't feel like yourself when you speak in spontaneous conversations, you're not alone. I work with Spanish-speaking professionals who are going through exactly the same thing. We identify which tones you need to use depending on the context, and we help you build phrase patterns to overcome this. If you want personalized help with this, click the link in the description below and schedule a demo call with me. There's no charge for it, and that way we can see exactly how we can form a 5-month plan for you. First, I created a free Fluency identity tool that shows you exactly what your Fluency identity is and which phrases you need to start using. That's the first step you can take. Click the link in the description below and take the quiz. And second, if you want more personalized attention, we can help you find your main fluency blockers and show you exactly how to develop the right phrase patterns depending on your identity. I'll show you exactly how our Fluency School program can train you to find and detect these phrase patterns so that you can feel and sound more spontaneous when you're having conversations. I've helped hundreds of Latinos achieve exactly this, and I want to help you too. So click the link down below and schedule a free demo call with me. And if you haven't already, make sure you like the video and subscribe for more Fluency identity tips. That's all for now. See you next time.